What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Water Cooler Entertainment, where we bring you all of your entertainment conversations for around the water cooler. Of course, I am Vinny Z, joined by my guy
Tyler.
What's going on, guys? Intern Joe is here yet again.
Hey.
This is going to be a rather quick show today, guys. Definitely going to be a quick show. We are going to just go through, this is just simply an Adam Sandler show. Just simply going to cover, most likely just going to cover our best of stuff. Yeah, definitely just covering our best of. And then that'll be it for the day, guys. We're going to wrap it up. We got stuff going on today. The Eagles are on. Tyler's got
Apple picking
to
do, you know.
And then intern Joe's got work to do.
Nothing new.
I'm a busy man.
So, we'll start tackling this, but I know Tyler said that he brought something up before we started about something Netflix.
Yeah, so Netflix has this Watch Now section where you can just click it and it puts you on a random TV show or movie. I think that's really cool. Like right before I go to bed, I just click it, see how it is, you know.
Yeah.
Randomizers like that are really great because like
stuff that you normally would never watch.
Yeah, like just pop up because like if Netflix does it right, it's probably going off of your watch history too. So it'll most likely pick something that it thinks you will like.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I can agree to that. I'll have to check that out. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, it's on the left-hand side. Really awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely to check that out. Well, speaking of Netflix, and now look at this perfect segue into this.
Yeah, right?
We're going to talk about some movies that Adam Sandler was in that did not make nobody's list. So when we say it did not make the list, guys, if you put more than one, we just take the first one you put because it kind of, if we put everyone down, it kind of throws off the tallies that we do because if you put 6 movies on, then there's 6 votes for one person. So
it's just not fair.
Yeah.
So just organize them how you know.
No, I mean I appreciate it because a lot of the times there's like your third or fourth movie for the people who are naming a couple.
Yeah, we're not
ends up showing me one that I'm like, oh, that didn't make the list. So
we're not saying not to do only one vote. We're just saying that make sure that the one you really want us to talk about is first.
Yeah,
and like it also adds into the honorable mentions. Like you. Yeah. Like, your first vote is the vote that we use, but then if we're like, oh, that's a really good one, we use that.
So, like, going into this list, some of these honorable mentions, actually, Longest Yard, that was not first for nobody, but a lot of people talked about it as, like, their number 2.
Yeah.
That's an honorable mention.
One of
but
my favorites.
Some of the Netflix ones that are on here, to tie this to why I tied it to Netflix, were Sandy Wexler's a Netflix one, Ridiculous Six, The Do-Over, and I believe The Cobbler.
Yeah, I think so too.
I believe, but I know those 3 definitely are. There's some of his newer stuff, and Uncut Gems, but that's not a Netflix exclusive. But Uncut Gems is one of his.
Though, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I seen it.
No, I paid for that.
It was on Netflix, but no, it came out in theaters.
I know that, but I'm saying I'm
it's
pretty
on
sure
Netflix now.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
oh, it is?
Yeah, I think it is. I think I saw it the other day.
I
thought you were saying that it was a.
I paid $20 to watch.
No, it wasn't an exclusive. I just know I'm pretty sure it was on Netflix.
Yeah,
I just didn't get the chance to watch it.
It's not bad. So we'll go through these one at a time. I'll start with the Netflix ones, the newer ones. His Sandy Wexler, Ridiculous Six. Well, Ridiculous Six isn't newer. I shouldn't say that.
A bit old.
But Sandy Wexler, the Do-Overs on the newer side, but that's not even really all that new either.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
You know what? I did see the Do-Over.
That's what David Spade.
Yep.
That's where you've seen that?
I've seen trailers for it, but
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, that's a really good one. They take these people's
one day I'll come over out of the basement and we'll have a Adam Sandler marathon there.
There's a lot of movies to watch. A lot of them that, like I said, are on these honorable mention list. A lot of good ones. Uncut Gems. So neither of you two seen this one. I don't think it was terrible, but I did not like it. You know how like you're watching a movie without spoiling, obviously. You know how you're watching a movie and you get the feeling like if you're waiting for like
something to happen.
Yeah, like you kind of feel like they're like dangling something in front of you, like, oh, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's finally gonna happen.
Yeah.
You watch the whole thing, and it never happens.
It never happens, or it's very lackluster.
No, it doesn't happen.
Wow.
If you want me to spoil it for you when we're done recording, I will spoil it for you.
Yeah, no, that was interesting because I was working at AMC at the time, and you either had people that came out saying like this was a great deep movie, I didn't know Adam Sandler could do this, or just people coming out, usually they were very drunk, going like this isn't funny at all, you know, cursing and stuff mostly, which we can't do here.
Look, he learned from last week.
Surprisingly.
So I don't know. The Cobbler was another one that I thought Intern Joe seen, but he didn't.
No.
It's not a terrible movie. It's kind of neat, very cool. One of them towards the end of the movie, you go, "Oh crap," but it's not terrible. It's not great.
Mm-hmm.
That's My Boy's a solid movie. One of my favorites. Definitely, you need to watch that if you haven't watched it.
I remember. I think it was a long time ago, so it's kind of a bit fuzzy on me. But
That's
fine.
I
do remember the scenes where like he's visiting the teacher in the prison.
Have you
and
seen
she's
it?
just very provocative.
Well,
I can't say I remember.
If not, we'll throw it on next week and we'll watch it next weekend.
I know it was funny. I think it was just the fact that he was still younger than her that she was like attracted to him. Like I think that was like the only fact. Like, that's what I got from.
But I think The Ridiculous Six. That's a good one. You ever seen that one? That's a good, funny, easy watch. Very easy to watch movie.
It is hilarious. It's just like he's just going around and he's finding he has all these siblings and stuff and like weird ways of how like his father just had kids. Like
That's a good one.
I did see that one. Yeah, I did.
I definitely.
That dude from Twilight plays like an idiot.
Like, what's his name? I know exactly who you're talking about.
It's just like so dumb. He's just like southern, like that stereotype of a southern dumbass, you know, like.
But that definitely that covers the
honorable mention.
Yeah, I was just double checking the list. So now that we've covered the honorable mentions, if you want, Tyler, you can.
Yeah.
Let's run through everybody's responses.
So Stephen K, Billy Madison, Rich B, Waterboy, Vanessa K, Click, Ed L, Happy Gilmore, Jackie G, Big Daddy, Brandon N, Waterboy, Mary M, Blended, Bryce F, Happy Gilmore, Rodney M, Zohan, Sam N, Happy Gilmore, Lewis G, Just Go With It, Marquis R, Click, Orion Y, Anger Management, Tom G, Waterboy, Gladys N, Murder Mystery, Rachel H, Waterboy, Michael S, Just Go With It, Rick M, 8 Crazy Nights, which is, I'm surprised that went on, but that was great that it did. Joe G, Intern Joe, Hotel Transylvania, Vinny, Happy Gilmore, and then mine was Zohan. And speaking of that whole thing with Watch Now, definitely was what happened with me. And I watched Zohan, and that's what got me last week to pick Adam Sandler movies. Yeah. And Zohan is hilarious.
Yes, it is.
You know what? Another honorable mention, I think, like Little Nicky. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Like the part with like Ozzy like fighting the
bat.
Yeah, like it's like you can do it, Ozzy.
What I like about this topic is like. So now we're going into this. I really like to be able to tackle these movies now because we can actually go into them because almost everybody's seen them all.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about spoiling it because if you haven't watched these by now, that's your problem.
It's an issue.
Yeah, that is definitely your problem. So going through the list, looking at the tallies, Waterboy and Happy Gilmore both have 4.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're some of his most iconic movies.
Yeah.
I think they're his. Honestly, I think they are some of his most iconic movies that he's done.
But he has a lot of great movies. I do agree that Waterboy and Happy Gilmore are probably top 2 on, well, I would say Zohan kind of broke my list. Had me rethinking everything because that movie was hilarious.
It is a really good movie. It's hard to pick a favorite with him. It took me a while.
Yeah, no, it's difficult.
There's I don't. So he gets a lot of like heat from people. I don't know if you guys know. Like people say he's like he's not. Like they give him crap, and I'm like, what are you talking about? The dude is solid in every.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he plays like Little Nicky. I think he does it's such a different character.
Yeah.
And then he can do something like Waterboy, same thing, such a different like character.
Yeah.
And then he'll do something like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, like his characters like rings when he like and then you go to something like, which I think was a very corny movie, but it was an easy, good watch and something you could like put on with like a family, which is Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
The dude plays two people in the movie. Imagine trying to do. I couldn't.
Yeah, there's only a few like comedy actors that really do that, where they play multiple characters.
And you got to think how difficult that is for the producer and everything.
Everybody.
Because you can't like put them together. You have to snip clips and do all kinds of stuff.
So
I think he's up there as one of the best people. Like Tyler Perry's another.
This is actually funny. We're talking about this. Longest Yard didn't make it. But Steve Austin, which I'm a big wrestling fan. He has a podcast. And on his show, he has like a fans call, like people call in, and somebody was talking about Longest Yard, and he has a moment in the movie where he's trying to be like a disgusting, nasty, racist. Like that was like his character was supposed to be a bad person. Well, he asked, like somebody said to him, like, well, how did you feel? Because he's talking to Nelly's character, right? And stuff, and he was like, listen, it was part of the movie. There was no tension on the set. Everybody knows I'm not that type of person. And then he talks, and then Adam Sandler comes up and's like giving him like pointers on, or not pointers, but like an idea. Yo, man, you should say this or say that. And he's like talks about how great his like intuition of when to say things and how to say things to make your character develop more. Like he was like giving him ideas on like how to sound like an a-hole.
Longest Yard, that had a lot of WWE characters.
Austin was in it.
It was a great
Khali was in it. Goldberg was in it. There was a bunch of them in it, man. I'd have to go back and watch the movie. It's been a long time.
But no, I remember that. That's one of the reasons why I really liked it, because I was really into WWE at the time, and I was like, man, all these guys that I like are like.
Yeah, so it definitely was it's definitely cool to see other people talk about that, because, like you were saying, he definitely doesn't get not the respect. I guess the respect. I feel like a lot of people like are very judgmental on him.
They like, you get people that go like, the golden days of Adam Sandler, and talking about how like, after a certain point he just sucked, and like you're just kind of like, no,
he's got to do different type of movies. I mean, I'm not being smart.
Like, even Uncut Gems, like just hearing him doing something serious like that, though you didn't like it.
Make me deep breathe heavy. I'm telling you,
at your neck.
It's a very.
But like, it's great that he can do that.
I need you to watch out for me today, please.
Yeah, okay.
Go out of your way and watch Uncut Gems, because I want you to call me, and I want your opinion on it. I want to see if it's just me. I haven't.
Or maybe
I watched it with my father and Sam. I watched it with my dad and Sam, and they both said the same thing I did. They both felt the same way, that it was like almost lackluster. Like you watch the whole movie, and it's like when you watch the ending, you're like, wow. It's like, nah. Like you're almost in shock, because you're like, they can't be.
Yeah, because you get your expectations through the whole movie that something's gonna happen that doesn't happen. You kind of feel let down.
Yeah. It's a big letdown.
That's one of the big no-nos in writing. It's just like, you don't set up something and then don't pull the trigger on it.
And they definitely didn't pull the trigger.
That's sad.
Yeah, but to go through some of the ones that are on here, I just want to talk about a little of them, like really more or less Waterboy and Happy Gilmore. So since it tied, and my response, was Happy Gilmore, I'd like to you two give your opinions on which one, because I think we need to settle a tiebreaker here.
Tiebreaker here, yeah.
I'll let you handle the beginning, and if it's, I would be the
mediator at this point, huh?
Yeah.
I would have to say Happy Gilmore. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're close. They're a close pick. But Happy Gilmore is pretty hilarious in my opinion. I remember watching that when I was young and just hysterically laughing.
He's like, Waterboy has its moments where like he just looks up to his
mama.
mother.
My mama said.
Like alligators have no, are angry because they have no toothbrush.
And all them teeth, nothing to brush them with.
Yeah, but I definitely gotta agree with Happy Gilmore, because that part where like he finds he kills the crocodile or alligator that took his
his
crocodile that took your
took
your hand.
and then the guy falls. That scene I remember to this day, and I just was laughing my ass off.
Definitely
So,
wanna.
you know, it's just
I'm probably gonna go back and watch some of these movies that.
it's
Because some of these I didn't
like-
have to watch.
I feel like we always do. I feel like after I'm just like, you know what, I gotta rewatch this, you know, and it's awesome, honestly.
I was actually debating after last one with the sitcoms, looking at some of the sitcoms, going, do I have the time to go and start
Wait a
watching
second.
these again?
So, all right, because I think we're good. I think we've covered it. So we agree. Happy Gilmore is the best one. Okay.
Yeah.
So perfect, because I want to plug this, and then we're gonna go home and wrap it up here. So I'm going to cover something. So last week, guys, we did this best of sitcoms. Okay. And intern Joe, while we were going over our show notes, decided to tell us that we came up with the idea of doing the GOAT of Sitcoms and getting 64 sitcoms and setting up a March Madness style bracket and finding out what is the greatest of all time for sitcoms. Intern Joe sat here and told me and Tyler the whole entire time while we were talking about doing this and thinking about gathering the list. There's no way you can get 64. There's no way you're getting 64. There's no way you're getting 64.
Yes,
my
I
list
said it like once.
Shot.
No, it was like
No
3 or
shot.
4 times you said that there was no way you were doing it without like touching all the Disney ones. Which, by the way, when the list gets released, I maybe think there's 1 or 2 Disney, and they're all like one's Boy Meets World, which kind of wasn't Disney at the time. It was on Disney Channel.
Yeah, it flopped ownerships a couple of times.
Okay.
Who had the rights?
Oh, well,
Either way,
moving on.
Either way,
Yeah.
there was a list of like almost 80 that I had to cut down to 68 because there'll be a playing type thing. We'll post everything, which is perfect that he brought that sitcoms up because I wanted to plug that. So probably in about 3 to 4 weeks we will be starting to post the polls on our Facebook group. So make sure if you're just watching this from the page or you're watching this on YouTube or you're get on the Facebook group. I'm going to start putting the link to the Facebook group on the YouTube streams.
YouTube. We have Instagram. Make sure you like or follow the Instagram.
We will also be adding a Snapchat. You can get some behind the scenes footage of our
all of the fun
that goes into getting these shows started. Which this morning's was definitely
fun.
Is that the word we're using?
No, I don't think it is.
It was interesting. But definitely be on the lookout for that. And to wrap it up, the best of for next week, fellas, is going to be best of football movies.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Figured it was very fitting because I'm trying to get off to watch the Eagles and you're getting off to pick apples and you got more work to do, so don't go nowhere. Thanks for listening as always, guys, and we will be excited to talk to you again next week.
It's going to be fun.
See you later.
See you guys.
Bye.